Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's Alpha Trading Weekly Market Wrap of the US markets. And what a week we've had this week, with the S&P 500 making all-time highs, ending the week at 4,280.69, starting the week out at 4,173, I believe. Yeah, 4,173.4. At the start of the week. So having a look at my cursor here, starting off at the lower end of this channel here, making its way throughout the whole week, up to the high that we're seeing there, with a really strong day on Friday as well, which is promising. Only red day we had was Wednesday, and a very small red candle there as well. So very confident investors this week, which is good to see. I hope you've all been well. Hope you've had a green week as well. I have too. It's been a very nice week this week, very profitable this week, which has been fantastic. Happy with that. Hoping it's been the same for you guys too. So without further ado, let's get straight into things. And let's start with the economic calendar for this week. Okay, so a couple of reports coming out this week to look out for. The non-farm employment change out on a Wednesday this week. OPEC will be meeting this week as well. Initial jobless claims on Thursday, and non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate on Friday. So fair amount of reports coming out throughout the week. Hopefully we see some positivity through those, to continue last week's bullish week. Looking at sectors this week, you'll notice the chart's a little bit different this week, and I'll explain why in a moment. So having a look, S&P 500 or SPY ETF up 14% for the year. And having a look at the chart at the moment, it's so different here because I have added Bitcoin, as you can see, to the sector chart here. And I just wanted to add that to show you the comparison between volatility in asset classes. So having a look at the, I know these are all ETFs of the sectors compared to Bitcoin itself, but having a look, we can just see the crazy volatility that you can see in the crypto market there. And I mean, if you were in it for the massive uptrend there, and you were in it for the massive upswings, and you managed to get out at a good time, then good on you, awesome work. But with great reward or great reward potential, also can be accompanied by great risk potential as well, as you can see there. So Bitcoin on the year making a high of plus 120%, or just underneath, now sitting at only plus 8.9% for the year. So that's a huge swing, over 110% of a swing there over 1 year. That is just crazy. And to be putting your money into something like this with volatility like that, it's sort of just a swing in the dark, in my opinion. So just another caution: be careful with crypto. Make sure you keep tight stops, all that sort of thing, if you are trading it, and only trade money that you can lose, or that you're willing to lose, just like with any investment, but more so these sort of speculative asset classes, in my opinion. Anyway, let's get rid of Bitcoin from the chart here, and we'll go back to our normal asset class sectors here. So up top, we've got energy there sitting plus 46%, huge rebound from last week. Last week's low of 38%, so up from 8%. That's really good. Financials making a big comeback as well, taking over real estate. Real estate sort of lagging behind this week's. Seems to have been consolidating since the end of last week. They're sitting just down very slightly from the end of last week, and as you can see, starting to make maybe a bit of a turn. Hopefully we see things start to turn around again for them. Next, we have communications and internet services making a nice push to the upside. As you can see, we've got industrial sitting there next, up 15%, followed by the S&P ETF. And next we have materials, XLB, sitting slightly below the S&P, slightly lower return of 13.5%, 13.45%. Next, we've got tech, XLK, sitting plus just below 12% there. XLV healthcare 10% plus for the year, just consolidating along this sort of line here that we can see there around 10-11%. And then we've got utilities making a bit of a bounce back up, but still really lagging behind. Okay, next, just because inflation's sort of a bit of a hot topic at the moment in the markets, I've put these two charts together just to keep an eye on things in that sort of area. So first of all, we've got gold futures up the top there. Gold sold off over the last week or two. Yeah, sort of consolidating in this area here. Waiting to see, I guess, what happens in the markets, I suppose. We could see a push to the upside, depending on what news comes out this week, or downside, depending on how bullish investors are and if the trend from last week can continue. Having a look below, the 10-year yield slightly up on Friday. This over the last couple of months has been a little bit of a tech killer when the 10-year yields have been rising. Tech's really felt the heat there. Friday, everything seemed to go quite well. For tech, they still pushed through quite heavily, but we'll see how this reacts next week. If we keep seeing a push to the upside on the yield here, we could see the Nasdaq sell off a little bit. Finally, just wanted to look at the Bitcoin chart. We didn't look at it last week. The chart says it all, really. I guess we're seeing some support down here at the 30K mark, 31.3, around that area. We're seeing some decent support there, but the highs are still coming in lower each time. As you can see here, we've got a little bit of a break to the upside here, up to 41 before it fell there. Crypto really taking some heat recently. China banning cryptocurrency, or trying to, especially in a lot of the provinces or whatever you call it there. And the UK cracking down on some of the crypto exchanges because they're not regulated properly. The EU is starting to crack down a little bit on it as well. Yeah, I don't know. Just be careful is all I'm going to say. Not something I have my money in. I mean, the news coming out about crypto from governments and all that sort of stuff just doesn't seem worth it to me to put my money in. on the long side anyway, or the short. It's too volatile for me to short as well. It's just not great risk management on that side of things as well. So just be careful with your coins, as I always say. Okay, let's have a look at positions opened this week. So I opened a couple of bullish positions in Etsy this week after a break to the upside over the 200-day moving average with a few nice green candles in a row there, as you can see, and a really nice healthy green candle pushing above that 200-day moving average. We've got the support level down here at 152, and you can see the upward sloping trend line there that I had placed in, ready for this little pop off. So took a nice position in that early in the week, and that's looking really good so far. Nice and profitable so far, which is great. I mean, that's this run could continue. Volume isn't overwhelmingly high. There isn't a huge amount of volume in there. And some sort of indecisive candles there. I mean, we could see a little bit of a breather depending on the strength of the open of the general market next week. But yeah, keep an eye on this, pushing past the 50 and the 100-day EMA nicely. So yeah, keep an eye on that. That the movement could continue. Walmart as well took a bullish position, well, a couple of bullish positions in Walmart last week. One being a call option, directional option. At 138 strike to expire at the end of last week, which worked out really nicely. It got out near the top of this candle here. That was more of a day trade there. I'm not a big day trader, but I'll take a couple here and there if I'm really if I really have good conviction on the position, then I'll put a bit of risk on there, but mainly position and swing trader. So yeah, that worked out really nice. It took a longer sort of position in Walmart as well. That was through a credit spread, so that's a put credit spread. So I'm basically selling an option and buying, well, selling a put option and then buying one lower. So I think I've sold 134, which is down here, and bought the 131, I think it was. So down here. Volatility was higher as well, so getting a bit of decent premium on that as well. Next one, Deere & Co. Took a position on this over the 100-day EMA, which is the yellow line you see here on the chart. I think this day, the 23rd, I took a position, nice volume there as well. I've seen a big bit of volume coming in on Friday. The bears managed to sell more than the bulls could buy, it looks like. But yeah, it did break nicely over that 100 EMA. And nice few successive days, green candle days there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nice green candles there bouncing off this area here. No significant support there. But yeah, took a position crossing over this 100-day EMA. Slightly in profit, but not doing fantastically. So keep an eye on that. If I see it start to come back down underneath this 100 EMA, I'll probably let it go. And then finally, Home Depot taking a position on this big green candle here. Just a very small position, more so shorter time frame on this. Decent volume coming in, as you can see. We had a couple of nice days there over the average volume. Couple of days where not much happened, as you can see, and then Friday was decent as well. So that one's working out quite nicely. Hopefully the push continues to move upwards on that one, and we'll see some decent profits there too. Okay, finally, let's go through the stocks I have on the close watch list and the ones I'm going to share with you for this week. So first one, Abbott Laboratories. I've been waiting to take a position in this, just haven't really felt greatly confident in it, as it has been sort of sitting around that 110 every single time I've looked at it. But nice push up Thursday and Friday with decent volume coming in. As you can see, the average starts to move up. So I'll probably take a small position in this as it starts to move over the 200-day moving average. Looking really nice now. AYX finally making a move to the upside. We've got two little areas here that we need to push past, 100 EMA and this 90.75-ish area there of resistance there that we've seen, the highest relative resistance that we've seen in a while. Hopefully we can push through that with above average volume and start making that trend change. It's moved nicely out this channel so far. Only one red day over the last 2 weeks or so since the 9th. So yeah, there's a lot of buying coming in, which is good. I'll be looking to take a small position, I think, this week, depending on how the general market goes and how it opens up. Probably as it pushes over this resistance area there. Alibaba looking great here. As you can see, we've got a nice double bottom where the stock popped up, back down around the same area and moved towards the upside. We could see a bit of a trend change here. The trade war sort of theme with China and the US seems to be sort of dying down a little bit. Investors taking a little bit less notice. I think I certainly haven't heard a great deal about the China-US tensions recently. So this one could work out nicely. We could see a bit of a trend change. I'll see how it goes on Monday, because we might get a bit of a profit taking sort of scenario going Monday, but really nice volume coming in there. Great little push. Have a look at the volume on this gap up here last time. And yeah, that's a really healthy candle, a couple of candles there, really nice little double bottom, as I said before. So hopefully we can see a bit of a trend change there, and maybe looking to put some risk on that one. Okay, Brookfield, nice little solid uptrends. As you can see here, just plodding along nicely. Great dividend stock. This one, I have held that for a while. Earlier in the year, I did sell it in January or something like that, but it's looking really nice, moving up nicely. Decent volume, as you can see here, big spike up here from this gap up, and ever since it's just experienced a lot more volume, which is great. And the bulls are taking the lead here, as you can see. Estee Lauder moving towards an all-time high, I think. Yep, moving towards an all-time high. Not much more I can say about that. Decent volume coming in here over Thursday, Friday. Really healthy candles, making a really strong push towards that breakout point there around the 318 mark. yeah, I'll be watching for that crossover there. That's basically what I'm looking for with decent above average volume. Okay, Hershey's, another fantastic end to the week for Hershey's. Have a look at the volume on the Thursday, Friday. Huge volume, as you can see. Moving again towards, is it all-time high? Yeah, looks like it. Or maybe not. Yeah, all-time, moving towards another all-time high there. If it can keep this damn volume up here, it's gonna absolutely fly. So yeah, actually what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna set a notification. Let's go there. Watching for the cross. Next one, Interactive Brokers, bouncing really nicely off this 200-day moving average. Not a whole heap of volume coming in there, but what this picture tells me here, price has hit 200-day moving average. Sellers have had enough, and some buyers are coming in. More buyers than sellers are coming in. Not a whole heap, but yeah, buying is taking place and starting to move the stock price up without sellers coming in to push that price back down. 3M seems to have created a nice little bit of support here at 191. Really nice volume Friday. The last couple of candles here aren't super convincing just yet, but we'll see if they start to curl back upwards here. I want to see sort of this happen here before I start to take a position. TripAdvisor, nice bit of support here. As you can see, I've already got it in 39.6, and not a whole heap of volume, slightly above average. But this one could range here a little bit for a while. So I'll wait to see if we start to push up towards this 44, 45 area before thinking about putting some risk on with TripAdvisor. Now, finally, WD-40 starting to see a move to the upside. We've been waiting for this for a while. Oh, don't want to do that. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, let's just fix this. Okay, that's more like that now. Okay, yeah, moving nicely towards the upside. I'll probably look at putting a position on now with this. I've got a little bit more confidence in it now that a trend is starting to form. It looks like 5 decent green days there you can see, with above average volume coming on Friday. Looks good. Western Union, another nice bounce off the 200-day moving average, above average volume on Friday. Still waiting to see a convincing move towards the upside before taking a position. CCXI, same as last week, looking really nice. Hopefully we can push above this $14.30 mark there to start seeing a movement back towards the upside there. Campbell's, nice little gap down here on the 9th, consolidating at this support level here, as you can see. Really huge support there at around this 45 mark. Some nice volume coming in, a bit of an earnings miss. Still made money though, not a huge amount of surprise there. But yeah, I think this is a good dividend payer as well. 37 cents, not not bad, but they're frequent though. And yeah, we could see a nice move back towards this mid-range here at least, with this really strong support here at 45. American Express, huge dip there that we saw after the Fed meeting last week. And ever since then, though, it's been on a rocket ship. On Friday, huge big bounce to the upside. Might continue. Sorry, might get in on this to follow the trend there. Looking good. EPD, enterprise products. Been looking at this for a couple of weeks. This could be the entry point with this this huge sort of red candle back down towards the trend line, and the selling ceased and buying started to come back in, and we could see it respect this trend line here nicely, and the 50-day moving average, the blue line there that you see, looks like a great entry. Target might jump back in on this rocket here. I did sell out on the break of this box here, so down at about this area, 229. But yeah, above average volume on Friday, as you can see. Fantastic stock's been on a tear ever since bloody March of 2020. Been an awesome stock. Okay, this is a short candidate for me this week. We've seen a huge gap down here. I think this is on forward guidance. Huge gap down, even though they beat on earnings, as you can see. Positive earnings surprise, but yeah, investors didn't like what they said in their release, I suppose, and started to make a move towards the upside. And in a really strong bullish week, we've seen two huge red candles there on Thursday and Friday, moving towards this this support area of 97.5-ish. If we see a decent push down below that, I may take a small short position in this company here. And that's all I've got for you this week. So hopefully you've got a couple of those added to your watch list now. Let's hope for another fantastic week in the markets like we have had over the last couple, and hoping for green as always. So again, loving doing this for you guys. Hope you're taking some value away from it. Let me know what I can do to make it better for you, or how to improve it, or what you'd want to know, or what you want me to look at. Anything, and I'll try and add that into the webinar. But yeah, hopefully you're getting a lot out of it. I'm getting a lot out of doing it. I'm enjoying it. It's really good. And yeah, I guess have a great week, and we'll see you again next week. Peace out.